Hello, my name is Jim Ryan, and I'm the Senior Executive Vice President for Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Back in the 80s, there was this Sega Nintendo competition, and Sega had this slogan, Sega does what Nintendo don't.
It's interesting, isn't it? That's all I'm going to say on that.
My heart is beating so fast! I have waited for this day for so long! I am so happy right now! No fucking idea, man!
Fuck you, bitch! Now, if I take that 6-hour road trip, what the fuck you gonna say, bitch?
He's lying and crying and spying on Xbox like PlayStation, dying of a Call of Duty. Wash your booty and smile. Thank you for bringing your games to PC and mobile. Games as a service, the future. Fuck those one-letter games. Goodbye, sweet Jim Ryan.
If I take that road trip, huh?
Enough from me. Jim Ryan.
I hope it doesn't sound arrogant when I say that I am the greatest man in the world. Gentlemen, to the future. Oh, you don't have any glasses. Just pretend. The future. The future.
An end of an era. Jim Ryan, the controversial leader of PlayStation, is stepping down. Or is there more to this story? Huh?
Sorry to interrupt, but there are some policemen here. They say they need to speak to you about irregularities in the pension fund.
I see.
Well, the official story is good old Jimmy grows weary of all the traveling he's doing. Seems plausible considering how many flights he must have booked in the last 20 months as he worked overtime to convince regulators to kill Microsoft's acquisition of ABK.
I wanted to share this with you because I believe every man should get grapefruited.
But haven't we heard this all before? What an odd time to leave. Jim Ryan, much to the discontent of some hardcore fans, has changed the entire PlayStation playbook, which borrows a lot of ideas from its arch nemesis Xbox. Sounds like Jimmy's running away, and according to insiders, there's a growing feeling within Sony that Jimmy's live service pivot may not actually work. This is what happens when you rely too much on your single-player sat games and don't know how to do multiplayer well. Am I lying? Well, explain to me how Sony's best studio, Naughty Dog, is taking what seems like an entire console generation to deliver The Last of Us factions. Now we hear rumblings that the project is on ice as the studio is impacted by layoffs. And then we hear that the next game that they're working on is The Last of Us 2 Remastered. And they're selling you the same games again. That this comes after Jimmy's $3 billion purchase of Bungie, the former studio that took a look at Naughty Dog's work and sent him back to the drawing board. PlayStation is now committed to live service. Thank you, Jimmy.
To me, Jim Ryan did more for PC gamers than he did for PlayStation gamers.
The announcement of Jim Ryan stepping down has split the fan base slice it in half. On the one hand, you have the defenders whose first reaction was to, well, defend Sony at all costs. Take a look at Lil Nicky. When I pointed out the hilarity of Jim Ryan stepping down before Phil Spencer, who many in the stables were espousing was on his way out, Nicky stated that there's a 30-year age gap between Jim Ryan and Spencer. The reality, they're only a couple of years apart, but that didn't stop the fanboys from knee-jerk assuming, one even posting a cartoon selfie of himself as he reinforced his point. Serial galloper J-Dub announced proudly how PlayStation fans weren't crying or fainting or building monuments for Jim Ryan moments before my good friend OT built a big monument for Jim Ryan and wrote a whole dissertation for him. Speaking of dissertations, welcome our neutral pretender Nibbles onto the scene, ready to deliver a pro bono press conference that Sony may or may not have contracted him to deliver.
Actually, you bastards, according to a statement from SIE themselves, yes, bastard, he was only stepping down because he was tired, bastards. He was tired. He wanted to take care of his family. Too much jet lag.
And deliver, though, he did, with the kind of energy that would make Florian Mueller proud.
Yes, okay, bastard. And current COO and CO4 and president of Sony Group, Hiroko Totoko, has been with Sony since 1997. He's just fucking tired, bastard.
Another pony called Nick, they're all called Nick, declared that every single PlayStation fan must thank Jim Ryan for his service, as if Jimmy served in the military. What the fuck? But you know who paid respects to Jimmy? None other than glorious Phil Spencer. A class act, right? Wrong! According to Harry Savage, who told Phil Spencer to shut the fuck up because he saw the emails about him entertaining the idea of buying Nintendo. But the other half of the PlayStation Nation are a lot more honest with their true feelings. Behold, a PlayStation fan who speaks more truth than all the other Sony fanboys combined. I give you the unfiltered but forthright Jack Move, who expertly summarized Jim Ryan's premiership.
When you ask people to name what Jim Ryan done for them, they would always say, well, PlayStation's doing better than it ever has. They're selling games like gangbusters. It's going bonkers, Jack Move, stock price. Once again, good brother, what have they done for you?
Ah, yes, sales! The thing that PlayStation fans love more than games.
These games come to you only possible through the power of the PlayStation 5. Oh man, wow, amazing. My dick hard, Jimmy. My shit hit the ceiling. I can't believe that. Wow! Oh yeah. But after the conference, we gonna tell you that, oh, you know them shit's still coming to PS4 though, right? Oh, really? Damn, that's crazy. We believe in generations!
Jack is accurately relaying how so many mindless PlayStation fanboys ridiculed Xbox for having cross-generational games, only to find out that their big AAA exclusives on PlayStation were also coming to PlayStation, despite Jim Ryan stating that he believed in generations. Jimmy knew Spider-Man Miles Morales would be on PS4, but lied to their faces anyway, and instead of wiping that spit, they just swallowed it.
Every game that's cross-generation, if you want the next-gen version, it will be absolutely free if you purchase it. Except, we trying to charge you $10 for Horizon Forbidden West, and then the community got to say, no, but y'all said everything was going to be free. What happened? Oh yeah, shit, we did say that. Fuck. We talk out our ass so much we forgot we said that.
For the players.
So, the current work that he should get credit or criticism about hasn't came out yet. All these games, all these G-ass that's coming out, all the fair games, the Concords or the Marathons of the world, all these G-ass is coming out.
GAS, or Games as a Service. The biggest slap in the face of PlayStation faithful is the huge pivot Sony has announced towards live service games. I've talked about this ad nauseum, but bear in mind that the PlayStation community has shown remarkable hatred and intolerance for multiplayer while simultaneously supporting third-party multiplayer games. PlayStation's pivot is an open admission that Microsoft was correct all along for its live service plans, and fanboys despise it. But even so, Sony seem to be struggling with their own famed top-tier studios being slapped back to the drawing board as we hear about more layoffs and more departures. What is the legacy of Jim Ryan? Being the shrewd businessman that he is, he may have actually helped secure PlayStation's future. But that future looks set to forsake everything that made the PlayStation what it is today. According to its most hardcore fans, the irony is amazing. PlayStation fans, make sure to give your hearty farewell to Jim Ryan, but most importantly, thank Xbox's Phil Spencer for letting Jimmy copy the playbook.
He been lying for half a decade to us. But now that he said he tired, we believe him.
That's all, folks.